Van life looks perfect, doesn't it? But in reality, it's about dealing with constant maintenance, finding a place to park, and making do with less. It's not about the views, it's about surviving on the road. If you're curious about what van life is really like, let's dive in. The Instagram illusion of van life shows endless beach sunsets and mountain view coffee breaks. The reality? Far more complex. Van life isn't a vacation. It's managing a mobile home while constantly on the move. Every day brings logistical challenges, finding safe overnight parking, refilling water, emptying waste tanks, and staying vigilant about vehicle maintenance. When breakdowns happen, and they will, you might spend weeks stranded in unfamiliar places waiting for repairs. Daily life happens in extremely tight quarters. You'll cook in a kitchen the size of a closet, carefully track limited resources, and become obsessed with weather forecasts. Remote workers face the added challenge of finding reliable internet connections. And after long, sometimes stressful travel days, navigating unfamiliar roads in a large vehicle, you'll still need to handle all the normal responsibilities of life. What van life truly offers is a trade. Comfort for adventure, convenience for simplicity, predictability for freedom. The lifestyle delivers incredible experiences, waking up in stunning locations, the flexibility to change plans on a whim, and a profound connection to the outdoors. But make no mistake, behind those perfect social media moments lies real life, with all its complications intact. Van life might appear to be a clever escape from housing costs, but the financial picture isn't as simple as no rent or big savings. While you eliminate traditional expenses like mortgages and utility bills, a new set of costs quickly takes their place. Fuel becomes a major budget item when your home averages 15 to 18 miles per gallon. Those Instagram-worthy remote locations, each requires diesel or gas to reach. Your vehicle also requires vigilant maintenance. Ignore that strange noise, and you risk both your transportation and shelter being out of commission simultaneously. The initial van build represents a significant investment. Solar power systems, comfortable sleeping arrangements, water storage, cooking equipment, and proper insulation all add up quickly. Even after your build is complete, you'll face ongoing costs for campgrounds, shower facilities, laundromats, internet connectivity, and occasionally paid parking. Living in a van can indeed be more economical than traditional housing, especially if you embrace minimalism and budget carefully. However, it's less about eliminating expenses and more about redistributing them. Success requires strategic financial planning and recognizing that while the lifestyle offers tremendous freedom, it comes with its own unique cost structure. The romantic notion of parking your van wherever the sunset looks most magnificent quickly collides with reality for most van dwellers. Finding legal, safe overnight spots is actually one of van life's most persistent challenges. As vehicle dwelling has grown in popularity, cities and towns have responded with increasing restrictions. No overnight parking signs have multiplied across beach parking lots, suburban streets, and even some national park areas. Ignoring these restrictions can mean a startling 2 a.m. knock from law enforcement or costly tickets and towing. Experienced van lifers develop strategic approaches instead. They rotate between approved Walmart parking lots, truck stops, dispersed camping on public lands, particularly BLM areas, and paid campgrounds. Safety considerations add another layer of complexity. That quiet, isolated spot might seem perfect until darkness falls and unfamiliar vehicles arrive. Cell service availability becomes a legitimate safety concern rather than just a convenience. The freedom of van life remains genuine, but it demands diligent planning. Most van dwellers spend part of each day researching and securing their next safe haven, a practical reality that rarely makes it into the glamorized social media portrayal of life on the road. The idyllic portrayal of van life suggests every morning brings a breathtaking vista, mountain panoramas, pristine beaches, or tranquil forest glades. While these picturesque moments do occur, they represent highlights rather than daily reality. More frequently, van dwellers find themselves waking up in practical but decidedly unglamorous locations. The parking lot of a Walmart or Cracker Barrel, the corner of a truck stop surrounded by rumbling semis, a nondescript side street in a residential neighborhood. These mundane spots become essential waypoints, particularly when passing through urban areas or when prioritizing connectivity for remote work. The spectacular nature locations require careful logistics, reservations at popular campgrounds, permits for certain areas, or navigating dirt roads to reach dispersed camping sites. They also typically lack reliable internet, making extended stays impractical for digital nomads. The true essence of van life lies in this contrast. One night you might fall asleep to the sound of crashing waves, and the next to the hum of highway traffic or the beeping of delivery trucks. The freedom comes not from constant postcard-worthy surroundings, but from the ability to choose your location based on what matters most at any given moment. The idea of minimalism in van life sounds refreshingly simple. Just pack the essentials and hit the road. In practice, downsizing your entire existence into less than 100 square feet forces difficult decisions that can feel surprisingly emotional. That box of childhood mementos or those just-in-case items suddenly require hard choices about what truly matters. Even after that initial painful purge, van minimalism demands ongoing discipline. Your limited storage isn't just about physical space. Everything must have a designated place, and one moment of laziness creates immediate chaos in your tiny home. Daily life requires constant reconfiguration. The bed becomes seating, becomes workspace. The kitchen counter transforms from food prep area to bathroom sink to desk throughout the day. Each activity necessitates moving something else out of the way first. Weather complications add another layer of complexity. Rain can force all your outdoor belongings inside, and extreme temperatures make certain storage spots impractical. The one-in, one-out rule becomes non-negotiable when acquiring anything new. True van minimalism goes beyond aesthetic simplicity. It's a continuous process of evaluation, organization, and adaptation. While liberating in many ways, it requires a level of intentionality and discipline that many find surprisingly challenging to maintain day after day on the road. The romanticized vision of van life suggests pure freedom, driving wherever the wind takes you with no agenda or constraints. In reality, living in a vehicle requires meticulous planning that house dwellers rarely consider. Resource management becomes a constant calculation. Where will you get fresh water tomorrow? Is your battery capacity sufficient for the next 3 days off-grid? When was the last time you emptied your waste tanks? Neglecting any of these logistics can quickly transform an idyllic evening into a midnight crisis. Weather forecasting becomes essential rather than casual interest. That mountain pass might be impassable after tomorrow's storm. The desert spot you plan to visit could be unbearable during an upcoming heat wave. Cold fronts might require winterizing preparations or complete route changes. Vehicle maintenance takes on heightened importance when your transportation and shelter are one and the same. A breakdown in a remote area means more than just inconvenience. It can mean losing both your mobility and your home simultaneously. While spontaneous detours and discoveries remain possible, they happen within a carefully managed framework of practical planning. The freedom of van life exists not because planning disappears, but because successful van dwellers master the logistics that make their seemingly carefree lifestyle possible. The alluring promise of van life suggests complete liberation, a life without landlords, rigid schedules, or conventional responsibilities. While the lifestyle does offer remarkable flexibility, experienced van dwellers understand that this freedom exists within a framework of unique constraints. Your mechanical home demands attention. When your vehicle develops problems, you face a situation house dwellers never encounter. Your shelter and transportation fail simultaneously. A transmission issue isn't just a transportation inconvenience. It's a housing crisis that can strand you for days or weeks in unfamiliar locations while awaiting repairs. Financial obligations merely shift rather than disappear. The monthly rent payment transforms into ongoing fuel costs, mechanical maintenance, campsite fees, and mobile connectivity expenses. Many van lifers find themselves just as budget conscious as they were in conventional housing, just with different line items. Perhaps most limiting is the connectivity paradox. Those seeking to fund their travels through remote work discover that the most beautiful locations often have the weakest signals. Your journey frequently becomes a calculated balance between accessing inspiring landscapes and maintaining the internet connection that sustains your lifestyle. Van life doesn't eliminate life's constraints, it transforms them. The freedom it offers isn't an absence of responsibility, but rather the ability to choose which responsibilities and limitations you're willing to accept in exchange for mobility, simplicity, and adventure. The carefully curated Instagram version of van life rarely shows the mundane majority, those countless ordinary days that fill the spaces between breathtaking vistas and perfect sunsets. Consider the maintenance days. Hunched over in limited space, tightening loose cabinet hinges, troubleshooting a finicky water pump, or crawling underneath to identify that mysterious new rattle. These tedious but necessary tasks can consume entire days that might otherwise be spent exploring. Then there are the logistical necessities that anchor van dwellers to civilization. Laundry becomes a half-day event involving quarters, public facilities, and strategic planning. When your alternator fails in a small town, you might spend a week parked behind a repair shop waiting for parts. Bad weather can trap you inside your tiny home for days. Internet connectivity issues might force you to linger in uninspiring locations just to meet work deadlines. The magic of van life exists not because everyday problems disappear, but because the lifestyle interweaves these ordinary challenges with extraordinary moments. The most honest van lifers will tell you, for every perfect sunrise moment, there are dozens of perfectly normal days filled with the same mundane responsibilities everyone faces, just in a much smaller space. Those dreamy Instagram photos of van interiors rarely capture the physical reality of living in what is essentially a metal box on wheels. While seemingly cozy with their string lights and bohemian throw pillows, vans present a continuous comfort challenge that house dwellers rarely understand. Temperature regulation becomes a daily battle. Your vehicle transforms into a greenhouse during summer days, potentially reaching dangerous temperatures within minutes of direct sunlight. Winter brings the opposite problem. Metal walls quickly surrender heat to the outside, creating a space that can dip below freezing overnight. The confined space creates its own discomforts. Your bed might double as your office, dining area, and living room, requiring multiple daily conversions. Simple tasks like changing clothes, preparing meals, or finding specific items demand choreographed movements and organizational discipline. Two people attempting simultaneous activities often results in an awkward dance of compromise. External factors further complicate comfort. Road noise, parking lot lights, fellow travelers, and urban sounds penetrate your thin-walled home. Travel days mean hours of engine rumble, road vibration, and the symphony of everything in your home subtly shifting and rattling. The van life trade-off is real. You sacrifice certain conventional comforts for extraordinary experiences. The spectacular views and freedom of movement come at the cost of consistent climate control, personal space, and quiet surroundings. A bargain most van dwellers find worthwhile, despite the daily discomforts. The idyllic notion of parking anywhere and sleeping soundly rarely survives contact with actual van living. Safety concerns quickly become a daily consideration that shapes decisions about where and how you travel. Vehicle security presents a unique vulnerability. Even with blackout curtains, security cameras, and reinforced locks, experienced van dwellers know that determined thieves can breach almost any mobile dwelling. Urban areas particularly require heightened vigilance and strategic parking choices. Location safety extends beyond theft concerns. That peaceful-looking roadside pullout might become uncomfortable when unfamiliar vehicles arrive after dark. Remote spots with poor cell reception offer natural beauty but eliminate your communication lifeline in emergencies. Many van lifers eventually develop a sixth sense about locations, learning to trust their instincts when a spot feels wrong, despite appearing convenient. Wildlife encounters add another safety dimension. Bears can be attracted to food smells even in sealed vehicles. Even seemingly benign animals like raccoons can become persistent nighttime visitors. Successful van living requires developing safety protocols, researching areas before arrival, sharing locations with trusted contacts, maintaining awareness of surroundings, and always having contingency plans. The freedom of the road remains extraordinary, but it comes with the responsibility of creating your own security in an environment where traditional safety nets are absent. The romantic notion of living freely without bathroom constraints quickly collides with biological reality for van dwellers. While Instagram showcases stunning views and compact kitchens, The bathroom situation rarely makes the highlight reel, yet it becomes one of the most practical daily considerations. Middle-of-the-night bathroom needs present particular challenges. That secluded forest spot feels magical until 3 a.m. when venturing outside means navigating darkness, potentially dangerous wildlife, and uncertain terrain. Urban parking presents different but equally challenging bathroom dilemmas when public facilities close for the night. Experienced van lifers develop practical solutions rather than hoping for convenient public restrooms. These systems require regular maintenance and emptying, another unglamorous aspect of road life, but provide peace of mind worth the effort. Beyond personal comfort, bathroom planning reflects responsible stewardship. Leave no trace principles prohibit casual outdoor relief in many natural areas, particularly near water sources or in heavily trafficked locations. Having a self-contained solution ensures you can respect both nature and local regulations. While not the most exciting aspect of van life, bathroom planning becomes essential for sustainable travel. Those who neglect this basic consideration often find their freedom compromised by constant bathroom anxiety, a situation easily avoided with practical preparation. The idyllic image of typing away on your laptop while parked beside a pristine mountain lake quickly confronts technical reality for working van dwellers. Connectivity becomes the invisible infrastructure you suddenly can't take for granted. The most beautiful and remote locations, often the very reason people choose van life, typically offer the worst digital connectivity. National parks, forest service roads, and secluded beaches frequently exist in complete cellular dead zones. Even when signal bars appear, bandwidth often proves insufficient for video calls or uploading work files. This connectivity constraint creates a perpetual tension between seeking inspiring locations and maintaining professional obligations. Many digital nomads develop a rhythm of alternating between connectivity-focused urban stays and offline wilderness periods. Libraries, coffee shops, and co-working spaces become essential waypoints for catching up on work requirements. The technical solutions exist but require significant investment. Cellular boosters, multiple carrier hotspots, directional antennas, and even portable satellite systems help bridge the gap, though none provide perfect reliability. Even with these tools, weather conditions, terrain, and unexpected dead zones can disrupt the most carefully planned work schedule. Successful remote work from a van demands not just technical solutions, but also professional adaptability. Meeting deadlines might mean sacrificing that perfect beach spot for a parking lot with reliable LTE. The freedom of mobile living remains extraordinary, but maintaining professional connectivity requires both technology investment and strategic compromise. The freedom of van life comes with an often underestimated responsibility: mechanical maintenance. Unlike traditional homeowners who can call a landlord or contractor when something breaks, van dwellers face a unique vulnerability when mechanical issues arise. Your vehicle serves as both transportation and shelter simultaneously. When problems develop, they affect every aspect of your life. A transmission issue doesn't just limit your mobility, it potentially leaves you without functioning living quarters. Even minor problems like a faulty water pump can immediately impact your ability to cook, clean, and maintain basic hygiene. The stakes are significantly higher when breakdowns occur in remote locations. A repair that might take hours at your local mechanic can stretch into days when parts need shipping to small towns or when specialized service is required. These delays mean more than inconvenience. They can disrupt work obligations, travel plans, and your ability to access essentials. Preventative maintenance becomes non-negotiable rather than optional. Smart van lifers develop systems for tracking oil changes, filter replacements, tire rotations, and fluid checks. Many learn basic mechanical skills out of necessity, carrying essential tools and spare parts that traditional vehicle owners might never consider. The reality of van maintenance requires a mindset shift. Your vehicle isn't just transportation, but a complex system requiring continual attention. Those who succeed in van life understand that freedom on the road directly correlates with mechanical diligence, an effort that demands both time and resources, but ultimately keeps their mobile lifestyle sustainable. So that's the real side of van life. the unfiltered truth behind the dream. If you want more tips and insights on how to make life on the road easier, check out our next video where we dive into more essential van life hacks. And don't forget to leave a comment below. What's one tip you'd share about van life? We'd love to hear your thoughts.